Let's bring in our co-anchor, Yvonne Mann. She joins us now to talk us through how bad this latest report was, Yvonne.
Yeah, 6.2%, Dave. That's still better than what the economists were expecting, but this is a job picture that we've seen that is just getting worse for 9 straight months now in an economy that is seeing its deepest recession yet. And the latest surge in coronavirus cases here only adds to the uncertainties to the outlook. And this is really hitting the job market now in all directions, in all industries. Of course, it's the tourism-related sectors, the consumption that's been hit the most. You see unemployment there rising to 10.7%. That's the highest we've seen since 17 years ago in the aftermath of the SARS crisis. You see F&B, that unemployment rate rising to 14.7%. Then you look at other sectors as well, like export and import trade, warehousing. Those are still at multi-year highs. So this is looking pretty broad-based at the moment. And then you got this rising unemployment, which only means that there's more people competing for fewer jobs. So that's already widening a wealth gap that's already quite wide out there.
And Yvonne, the security law has also forced tech firms to reconsider their presence in Hong Kong. I guess one question is what that means, or what does that mean then for the startup scene there?
Yeah, it's really upended the tech scene here, Tom, because they're seen as the most vulnerable to this new legislation. The entrepreneurs that we've been talking to are saying that they are either moving data or people out of the city or actually devising plans to do so. And it seems like at this point, they're really trying to grapple with what their overseas clients are saying, what their overseas suppliers are saying, which is what are the implications of user data as well as internet services under this new law, which expands policing powers for the police force here, where they can either ask to delete or restrict access to data that was deemed to be a threat to national security. So some are making contingency plans. That's going to foreshadow perhaps what the big tech giants like Twitter, Alphabet, and Facebook are going to do here. So far, they're taking a wait-and-see approach to try to fully assess this new law first.
And Yvonne, might Taiwan be a part of that, at least as far as financial services are concerned? We're aware that they are trying to lure some of these banks to expand on the island. How might Taiwan stand to benefit from what's happening here in Hong Kong?
Yeah, the government is foreseeing some type of exodus of the professional finance community here, and as a chance to possibly revive an economy in Taiwan that's grappling with peak population. They're shrinking exports as well as a shortage of workers. So they're welcoming Hong Kong and multinational companies to operate in the island. And so there's a lot of questions about how feasible this is at the moment. For one thing, can they actually lure this type of top talent to Taipei, for example? Because for one thing, there's a significant wage gap as well. There's some finance jobs that pay about a third of what Hong Kong does. There's also higher taxes in Taiwan as well. So there's still some obstacles out there. But we did hear from the Hong Kong finance chief, Paul Chan, trying to reassure the investor community that at this point, as long as you operate within the existing laws in Hong Kong, it is still business as usual.